Well, this is going to be a fast exercise in introspection. For the next 5 minutes, stop thinking globally, sit locally, and feel your seats. Take the two words global and local. Let's begin with global. Have you been globalized? Well, we've been told that yes, we've been globalized. Thanks to the information technology revolution, over the past 30 years, Homo sapiens have become globalized animals. Our gadgets have globalized us. The very ones that you have in your pockets that you have graciously turned off. You have now been disconnected from the World Wide Web, this glorious global grid. All of those people outside who are still connected, every minute that goes by, they have sent over 200 million messages, queried Google 200 million times, shared about 700,000 pieces of content on Facebook, sent out 100,000 tweets on Twitter, downloaded about 50,000 apps from App Store, uploaded 48 hours of video on YouTube, posted 36,000 photos on Instagram, texted 34 million messages on WhatsApp. Well, I guess you could say we're connected. But does that mean that we're globalized? And when we connect, what do we connect to? You know, a little bit of news, follow our friends and family, music, videos, YouTube. So basically, a little bit of selective news, socializing, and a lot of entertainment. The key word is selective. Fact is that we tailor-make our connection. We choose the fish that we pull out of the ocean. Have our selection criteria become global? Are we globalized? Well, let me share with you a definition of a global citizen, as Oxfam would say. A global citizen is someone who is aware of the wider world and has a sense of their own role as a world citizen, respects and values diversity, has an understanding of how the world works, and is outraged by social injustice, participates in the community at variety of levels, from the local to the global, is willing to act to make the world a more equitable and sustainable place, takes responsibility for their actions. Have we become more flexible? Are we more tolerant? Are we more creative? Are we proactive? Are we participating? It's true. Have we been able to overcome this glass wall that surrounds us in our local level? Have these gadgets helped us to do that? Fact is that we have remained within our own local world. These gadgets are helping us to connect more efficiently within our own locality. It's true. The World Wide Web has given us the possibility to cut across cultures, countries, like we've never done before. But let me ask you something. While you're sitting there on your chairs, have these gadgets actually led to you to get up and act? This summer, I stumbled on a bamboo structure in the foothills of Saint-Paul-de-Vence. It was right after that tragic day, 14 juillet in Nice. Totally dazed, took refuge into the nature. While I was walking, I stumbled on this most incredible piece of sculpture made of bamboo, hanging up in the sky. It looked a lot like the World Wide Web icon. interwoven, this nest, beautiful. In the words of the sculptor Kim Kao, this piece represents my vision of the perfect society. The bamboos are men relying on each other to shelter something bigger, something more beautiful, some unspeakable and invisible mystery floating on the winds, a testimony to the grace and solidarity that we humans can show, a testimony to the grace and solidarity that we humans can show. While I was standing underneath the sculpture, looking up, I kept wondering, what is that mystery that we shelter within ourselves? We, as humans, rely on each other, just like the bamboo strands that touch each other. Where does touch take place in our cyber utopia? Fact is that touch takes place at the local level, an arm's length radius around us. That's where touching takes place. Have we been localized? How do we go from the adjective to the verb, to be acted upon through our own actions? Going from local to becoming localized. Are we local citizens? I'm going through a head spin. Digital vertigo, that is. I think we're all suffering from digital vertigo, to be honest. And it's because of this dizziness that we can't act. We gave up on writing letters to send emails. And now we don't even have time to read our emails because it doesn't fit on that screen, that little gadget. It doesn't fit on that gadget screen. So we're beginning to text signs and abbreviations. For God's sakes, is this where human communication has come to? In the words of the German film director Werner Herzog, my ideal social network is a dinner table with a maximum 6 persons. The key words are not global nor local, thinking nor acting. It is participation. You know that mystery that you shelter within yourself? It will reveal itself to you as a personalized message if you get up your seats and go and participate. I recommend you leave this theater with your smartphones turned off. Thank you.